First off, wait, Keegs, how are you?
I'm doing all right. My head's spinning a little bit from the whole Travis not understanding the Danny Jansen thing.
Sorry, bro.
Did it make sense, Keegan?
I thought I got it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Travis is right.
No.
He was so confused that now I'm confused.
No, it's not you guys. It's me.
Okay, cool. So we're past that. Keegs, great to see you as always. You were down in Gillette training camp day 5, first day with full pads. We'll get into that. But the biggest storyline of the day is Matt Judon gets onto the practice field wearing sweats and sneakers when everyone's in full pads. And we know Judon was a full participant all leading up until this date. But then Jerod Mayo and Matt Judon had a conversation on the practice field. He was sitting down, seemed to get heated. Judon walked away, came back, had a conversation with Matt Groh and Elliot Wolf. That one was animated as well. Elliot Wolf, Matt Groh, leaders of the front office. What did you see? Because I saw the snippet of the video. What went down today between Jerod Mayo and Matt Judon?
Yeah, it was an interesting situation because everything started off, I assumed, normally. Judon came out early like he always does, and he had the sweats on, but it was kind of it was the long red sleeves, and he had a hat, and I thought, okay, a rookie's coming to bring out his pads, right? Because that's what happens early in training camp. You have the rookies bring out the pads, so that's what I assumed. And then when the players start to stretch, after he had thrown the passes with the fans and did his whole thing, he went and plopped down on a set of crash pads that they use for tackling drills and watched and didn't really do much from there. And as the players stretched, Jerod walked over, had a conversation with him. I would say it was animated. I wouldn't say it was contentious or they weren't yelling at each other or anything, but it was animated. And Jerod made sure to cover up his mouth because he knew cameras were on him. And they had about a 5-minute conversation. Jerod went about practice, and then eventually Judon left. He was out there for probably 45 minutes, but 15 minutes into practice, he was gone, and we didn't see him for the rest of practice. So it was an interesting situation, something I've never seen before, something I don't think we would have saw under Bill Belichick, that's for certain.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And we know Jerod Mayo, after Matt Judon, Devon Gottschall spoke to the media, he said, hey, I want the guys to be them. I want them to be happy. Someone's going to say, I hate Jerod Mayo, and I'll live with it. But basically, he was like, let the players be the players and being very player-friendly. But I feel like today is him paying the price of that, where it went a little too far. Yeah. Reading into the body language, it's not Matt Judon on the practice field. It's him sitting down while guys are in drill.
Yes.
And that has to be Jerod Mayo going up to him and saying, you're a leader. I understand you're not happy, but you can't be doing this in front of the other guys. We're trying to establish a culture here that you know what we have. I came up through it. You've been in it. So either get off or go get your pads on. But that's what it looks like right now, Keegan, that Jerod Mayo is paying that price. We spoke about it on Rush. He's learning how to be a head coach, everything on the fly.
Yep.
He learned another lesson of you got to take care of this stuff in-house. You can't let it happen on the practice field.
Yeah, I'm surprised he even let him go out there. Usually with situations like this, the team's not going to want to fine Matt Judon for a hold-in. There's a set amount that they can fine him every day for not practicing. But they could just say, he tweaked a hamstring. He's not ready to practice today. And worry about it behind the scenes, kind of take a step back and handle everything off the field, but they didn't do that. And by not doing that, it comes across, I think it's a bad look for everybody involved. Jerod obviously having to go and have that conversation, clearly feeling like something wasn't communicated off the field correctly to where Judon felt he could do this. And with Elliot Wolf and Matt Groh doing what they were doing, which I think a part of this that hasn't been brought up yet is Devon Gottschall's agent, Drew Rosenhaus, was at practice today. Wow. He was standing with the family and friends, and he was talking with Matt Groh while the players were stretching, having a conversation. Devon Gottschall hasn't signed an extension, but he was on the field. He was practicing. Matthew Judon was not. What's the difference there? Is it the fact that his agent was there? Maybe they were ironing out the details of a new contract extension. Obviously we don't know that yet, but the optics of the whole situation, definitely not a good look for anybody involved with the Patriots, player, coach, executive, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I think it's tough for these players because all their teammates have already got paid and they have extensions, except those two. And so I'm sure that adds to the contentiousness as well. All right, so first day in pads, I'm all good with that. But, George walks by me earlier today, Keegs, and
Here we go.
He just drops this on me cash, walk-off style. There was no back and forth.
Yep.
It was very like he said it and then he walked off into the night. So I'm
this
gonna
is
go there.
100% true. This is 100% true.
I'm gonna go there right now.
I'm sure it's how it happened. Yep.
He says to me, Hey, Trav. I'm like, yes, George, I'm working very hard on Boston has entered the chat. You're interrupting me. How may I help you? He says, Jacoby Brissett was better than your boy today. And walks off. Okay, first of all, you weren't there. Keegs was. Give me the skinny. Did my guy Drake struggle today? What's going on, man? Like, what happened? Tell me what really happened. Did my guy Drake ball out and George is just trying to hide it from me? Was Jacoby better?
Yep.
Like, tell me everything.
Go ahead, Keegan.
Trav, Jacoby Brissett was better than your boy today. I hate to say it. And I hate to say it like that,
all 5 days. It's been all 5 days. Go, Keegan. I'm sorry.
Just focus on today.
Nope, all 5 days. Go ahead, Keegan.
I'll say this. With who they're playing with, and really like the receivers and the running backs, the tight ends have really cycled through. They've played with all the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But behind the offensive lines that they're playing behind, Jacoby Brissett's going to be playing better than Drake May right now. I mean, the top offensive line group looked great today.
Love hearing that.
Compared to how they've looked, you know what I mean? They looked better, and it's because they were in pads. They could actually block people instead of just trying to get in front of them. That's not really how you play football. But the top offensive line group looked good. Jacoby Brissett made plays. It wasn't like he was just standing back there and firing balls around. Like, I saw him make maybe the most athletic play he's made since that Texans game, his rookie year. He stepped up, avoided pressure, made a throw on the run across his body, dropped it in between two defenders to Jalen Polk. It was a nice throw. It was the best throw of the day. And then, obviously, the Patriots tweeted out a few videos. All Jacoby Brissett, all of his throws. He definitely looked a lot better, and I think he has throughout camp, but I don't know how much stock you can put into it because of who they're playing with. Vidarian Lowe's blocking for Drake May. No one's going to do much behind that.
And that encapsulates the offensive line. While we're talking about that, who is a left tackle? Who's a right tackle, Keegan?
Caden Wallace at left tackle, Chooks Okorafor at right tackle, which is
third straight practice.
It's what they've gone with the last few days. I think they're starting to find a little bit of continuity there, and they're getting better as they go. We talked to City So after practice, and he talked about a hand striking thing that they're going through with the offensive line, and how Caden Wallace just seems to get it. Like he said, he's a big dude. The first thing I thought when I saw him, that's a big dude, and he's strong and he's smart. He's picking things up quickly. So maybe with him not repping with the ones early on, maybe it was just a matter of he had to start to pick these things up, and now that he has, he looks pretty good out there. I'd say that today was the best they've looked throughout the spring and the summer.
That's great to hear for a defense that dominated them, so I just love hearing that.
What have you seen so far from camp that you were looking forward to coming into camp, and then what's still on your wish list that you're kind of waiting to see you haven't seen just yet?
Javon Baker is as advertised, as he advertised. He liked to tell everybody, get your popcorn out.
Right.
I think they should start selling popcorn for the fans out there because he is impressive to watch. He's one of those guys, too, where it's not just like he's running by people and he's open, he's sitting down and making catches. He's going up above people and mossing them. That the head top that the kids like to talk about, that's Javon Baker in a nutshell. He's looked very good. Better than I expected. I thought it was going to take him a while. I thought Jalen Polk was further ahead. But for what they've shown so far, Javon Baker's been the best receiver in camp. And in terms of what I'd like to see, other than the Matthew Judon, Devon Godshaw stuff get figured out, I would really like to see the tight end group kind of solidify itself. Mitchell Wilcox today seemed like he was the third tight end behind Hooper and Henry. What is Jaheim Bell's deal? Well, Michael Petway is like a blocking tight end, but he can't do anything in the passing game. Jacob Warren, the other rookie, no one's expecting much out of him. I would like to see somebody take a step. No one has done that so far. It looks like it's going to be a one-man group again with Hunter Henry. So even if it's just Austin Hooper and he takes a step forward and looks like he's starting to grasp the offense that he's played in already, that would be huge, I think, for the offense, giving the quarterback another security blanket.